Hey, welcome to my kitchen. We are very busy in here today baking hamantashen or aznei haman. Whatever you care to call them, they are the same thing. Those little triangular things filled with awesomeness that are dangerous and delicious. And as I'm baking them, I figured let me explain to whoever doesn't know about this custom what it is. Let's try to see what message we can take from it, because everything in life, every custom we have, everything we experience, every day of the year is something special and something we can learn from, and nothing happens randomly. Everything happens for a reason, and there is something that we can learn from everything. So, I am making today many different flavors of hamantashen, and actually the hamantash gods have been really good to me this year. They did not get flat, they did not get burnt, and they are just pretty much awesome all around. So we are filling them today with chocolate, and with coconut pecan, and with chocolate chip cookie and brownie, and caramel and salt, and all these amazing, delicious, fancy fillings. So, what am I doing? What is this? First of all, today is Ta'anit Esther, the fast day of Esther, and I love to bake on fast days because then I don't eat what I'm baking. And that in itself probably needs its own psychological evaluation as to why I cannot just bake on any normal day and not have to eat what I am baking. But today it's especially fun because Purim is in the air. And I am using today to bake for my party tomorrow. Whoever is in town, please come to our amazing party tomorrow in our house. And what is today? So, Ta'anit Esther, believe it or not, contrary to what many people probably think, it is not the same as the other fast days. All of the other fast days that we have throughout the year, excluding Yom Kippur, those are difficult, heavy, hard, sad days. There are days of mourning, days of longing for our temple to be rebuilt. But Ta'anit Esther is not about that at all. Ta'anit Esther is not a day of mourning. There's no sadness today at all. It is actually a day in which we recognize the power of prayer, the power of connection with God, and how prayer works. It really does work. And that's the day of Ta'anit Esther, where we are supposed to be praying, and we're supposed to just be recognizing the concept of prayer. And that prayer is here to allow us to make a connection with God, because God is the source of all blessing in this world. And if we want blessing, and if we want happiness, and if we want goodness, what better way to get that is than by creating a connection with the source of blessing and happiness and goodness. So that's what today is all about. And that's why Ta'anit Esther actually happens the day before Purim. What many people don't realize is that the fast day today is not in commemoration of or in solidarity of the 3-day fast that Queen Esther had actually undertaken during the story of Purim. Because if we were to fast during those days, it would actually happen on Pesach. That's not what today is all about. Ta'anit Esther, as we said, is a day to recognize the power and the validity of prayer, and therefore it happens the day before the holiest day of the year, which is Purim. Different topic, by the way, how we understand that tomorrow is the holiest day of the year. But for those who didn't know that, it is. And it is a day where prayer is so important, and a day where prayer is so accepted. So please make sure to take time out tomorrow to pray. And what today is all about is it's kind of like the pathway opening up for the gates of prayer tomorrow. That's what today is all about. So let's have in mind to pray today and to recognize the power of our prayer, the power of our connection with God. And actually that is what we are thinking about and concentrating on when we are making or eating these hamantashen, these aznei haman. What is the shape of these things? Here they are. Middle of stuffing some with chocolate and some with coconut pecan, right here in front of us, about to go into the oven. What is that triangular shape? So the basis of our lives is all about creating a 3-way relationship. What is this 3-way relationship? It is a relationship between God, between us, and the Torah. And as long as we have this 3-way relationship in our lives, we can fill our lives with whatever we want. We can fill them with chocolate chip cookies and with brownies and chocolate and coconut, strawberry, dulce de leche, caramel, whatever it is that you find pleasurable, you can fill them up with all of those things. But the only way for that enjoyment to be sustained, the only way for us to actually gain any pleasure from all those pleasures in our lives is if they are within the base of that three-way relationship. And that's actually what Purim was all about. The miracle of Purim is the fact that we are still here. We still survived, and we survive again and again and again. But you know why we survive, and you know how we survive? Because God is eternal, and the Torah is eternal. And as long as we are connected to God, and we are connected to the Torah, and we are in this stable three-way relationship, we know that the triangle is actually a symbol of stability. It can stand on its own. And as long as we are in this base of this solid three-way relationship between us, between God and the Torah, then we too will always be eternal. And speaking of stable things of three, I would like to publicly thank the wonderful friend who went out and bought me a tripod so that my videos don't have to make you dizzy anymore. That was very thoughtful, and really thank you. It makes a huge difference. I wish you all a meaningful day today, a meaningful fast, a meaningful connection, meaningful prayers. And I wish you not just a fun Purim, but one of depth, one of connection, one of true, real relationships. Have a wonderful